In a world where chaos and uncertainty seem to reign, there is a path that offers clarity, purpose, and inner peace. Welcome to a journey of self-discovery, a quest for fulfillment, and a roadmap to a life well lived. Today, we dive deep into the wisdom of a legendary figure, Miyamoto Musashi, the renowned samurai and swordsmanship expert. Join me as we unravel the 21 timeless principles of the Dokkodo, also known as the way of walking alone. These principles are not just for samurai. They are for all who seek to live a truly fulfilling life. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? Let's begin. Self-discipline. Miyamoto Musashi believed that self-discipline was the key to living a fulfilling life. In a world driven by impulse and emotion, self-discipline provides the anchor we need to make sound decisions and stay true to our values. It allows us to focus on our goals, even in the face of adversity. Imagine a life where your actions align seamlessly with your aspirations. That's the power of self-discipline. Mindfulness. The second theme is mindfulness. Musashi knew that being present in the moment was essential to living a fulfilling life. Mindfulness allows us to appreciate the beauty in the world, savor the simple pleasures, and respond to our thoughts and emotions constructively. When you embrace mindfulness, every moment becomes an opportunity for growth and gratitude. Detachment. The final theme of the Dokkodo is detachment. Musashi believed that attachment to material possessions and external factors was a source of suffering. By letting go of our attachments, we unlock inner peace and discover a more fulfilling life. Are you ready to release the chains that bind you to the past and the desires that hold you hostage to the future? Detachment is your key to freedom. Principle 1. Acceptance. Let's delve into the 21 principles of the Dokkodo. The first principle is, accept everything just the way it is. This principle urges us to embrace reality as it is, without imposing our expectations on it. Acceptance empowers us to see opportunities within any situation, fostering inner peace and opening our eyes to the beauty that surrounds us. Principle 2. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. The second principle advises us not to seek pleasure for its own sake. Pleasures like good food, entertainment, and companionship are essential, but overindulgence can lead to imbalance. True happiness resides within, not in the pursuit of external pleasures. Balance and moderation lead to contentment. Principle 3. Do not depend on a partial feeling. Musashi's third principle warns against making decisions based on fleeting emotions or temporary impulses. Instead, we should seek a deeper understanding of ourselves and our circumstances. This enables us to make informed, rational decisions, free from the emotional roller coaster that can sway us off course. Principle 4. Think lightly of yourself, deeply of the world. The fourth principle encourages us to think lightly of ourselves and deeply of the world. Humility and a sense of wonder for the world's complexity help us build deeper connections and stay open to others' experiences. Embrace curiosity and gratitude to foster true connections. Principle 5. Be detached from desire. The fifth principle teaches us to be detached from our desires. By letting go of attachments to material possessions, power, and external factors, we find inner peace and contentment. By cultivating detachment, we learn to appreciate the present and reduce suffering, even when our external circumstances don't align with our desires. Principle 6. Do not regret what you have done. Do not regret what you have done. Musashi's sixth principle reminds us that dwelling on past mistakes holds us back. Embrace a sense of acceptance and forgiveness, recognizing that every experience and decision has brought us to where we are today. Free yourself from the burden of regret and find contentment in the present. Principle 7. Never be jealous. Jealousy is a powerful emotion that can erode our self-worth and connections with others. The seventh principle advises us to avoid jealousy by approaching relationships and interactions with generosity and non-attachment. Recognize that everyone has their unique path and journey, and release yourself from the burden of jealousy. Principle 8. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation. Never let yourself be saddened by a separation. This principle reminds us that separations are a natural part of life. By accepting the impermanence of life, we find greater peace and contentment, even in the face of loss or change. Approach experiences of sorrow and grief with non-attachment and move forward with clarity and purpose. Principle 9. Resentment and complaint are appropriate. Neither for oneself nor others resentment and complaints can be powerful emotions, but they also lead to inner turmoil. The ninth principle encourages us to approach anger and frustration with detachment and non-attachment. Recognize that these emotions are impermanent and choose to respond constructively. By doing so, you can find inner peace and contentment in any situation. Principle 10. Do not let yourself be guided by lust or love. The 10th principle advises us not to be guided solely by lust or love. Instead, practice detachment and non-attachment in your relationships, recognizing the impermanence of emotions. This frees you from the burden of attachment to fleeting feelings, allowing you to embrace the present moment fully and cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections. Principle 11. In all things have no preferences. In all things have no preferences. This principle encourages us to approach experiences with a sense of detachment and non-attachment. Recognize the impermanence of all things and embrace the diversity and unpredictability of life. Your choices and values define your path, and by living without rigid preferences, you unlock greater inner peace and contentment. Principle 12. Be indifferent to where you live. Be indifferent to where you live. By detaching yourself from your physical surroundings, you gain freedom and flexibility in your life. This principle encourages you to focus on your inner development and character rather than being attached to your living situation. Find peace within and approach your life with a sense of detachment and non-judgment. Principle 13. Do not pursue the taste of good food. Food is a necessary part of life, but it can also become a source of attachment. Practice detachment and non-attachment in your relationship with food. Recognize that the pleasure of good food is impermanent, and free yourself from the burden of attachment. Approach your relationship with food in a healthy and balanced way. Principle 14. Do not act. Following common customs. Common customs and societal norms can limit our freedom and authenticity. This principle encourages you to approach life with detachment and non-attachment, recognizing that there is no inherent right or wrong way to live your life. By embracing your individuality, you unlock inner peace and clarity. Principle 15. Do not be jealous or envy. Jealousy and envy are detrimental to your well-being and relationships. By approaching experiences with generosity and non-attachment, you free yourself from the burden of comparison and jealousy. Embrace the uniqueness of every individual's journey and find contentment within yourself. Principle 16. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. The 16th principle reminds us not to be solely guided by feelings of lust or love in our relationships. Instead, practice detachment and non-attachment in your interactions with others. Recognize the impermanence of emotions and cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections based on understanding and respect. Principle 17. In all things have no preferences. This principle urges you to approach experiences with non-attachment and acceptance. Recognize the impermanence of all things and embrace the diversity and unpredictability of life. By living without rigid preferences, you unlock greater inner peace and contentment. Principle 18. Do not be lured by the lust of sleep. Excessive sleep or a reliance on it can hinder productivity and personal growth. The 18th principle advises us not to be lured by the lust of sleep. Instead, find a healthy balance in your rest and wakeful hours. By maintaining self-discipline and mindful sleep patterns, you can make the most of your time and achieve your goals. Principle 19. Do not be lured by the lust for power. Lust for power can lead to corruption and suffering. The 19th principle reminds us not to be lured by the lust for power. Instead, seek inner strength and personal growth. Approach positions of authority with humility and a sense of responsibility. By detaching from the desire for power, you find true strength within. Principle 20. Do not accumulate goods for your old age. Accumulating goods for old age can lead to materialistic attachments. The 20th principle advises us not to accumulate possessions excessively. Instead, focus on the essentials and live with simplicity. By doing so, you free yourself from materialistic burdens and find contentment in the present moment. Principle 21. Respect Buddha and the gods without counting on their help. The final principle encourages us to respect Buddha, gods, or any higher powers without relying solely on their help. Instead, take responsibility for your own life and actions. This principle teaches us self-reliance, reminding us that we have the power to shape our destinies through our choices and actions. Miyamoto Musashi Dokkodo, The Way of Walking Alone, offers timeless wisdom that transcends the era of the samurai. These 21 principles serve as a profound guide to living a fulfilling and meaningful life. Embrace self-discipline, mindfulness, and detachment. Apply the principles in your life and you'll unlock inner peace, contentment, and a sense of purpose that aligns with the way of the samurai. The journey is yours to embark upon. Will you walk this path? If you're hungry for more wisdom from the legendary Miyamoto Musashi and other captivating content that awakens the samurai spirit within, then we invite you to join our Samurai Soul Awakening community. Like the video and click the subscribe button and become a part of our growing family. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with our latest videos and never miss a chance to explore your path to a more fulfilling life.